Second Curve Capital, excuse me, and we were talking about Thomas Lee Partners. That's what I was getting at. The private equity firm. Scott just having a conversation there with Tom.
Hi friends, welcome United Traders Day Trading TV. It's me, Niels, or maybe you know me as Mahmoud from Forex Factory. Yeah, glad that you joined in, and welcome to all the new guys. There are 12 viewers. That is the absolute record for a New York session. Yeah, glad that you joined in. I hope you enjoy the show. So let's start. So let me adjust all my technical stuff first. Some calm music for the background, the switch of the screens, hopefully no banners out there. So let's see. Hey, good afternoon, bonjour. I do not want to be too oh, sorry, friends, I'm running out of words. Maybe it's about the 12 viewers we have. Yeah, I'm just interested, bonjour, if you want to disclose, are you really from France? Maybe Paris? So you are not too far away from me. At least you're staying in Europe like me. So yeah, let's go into the show. Let's go into our trading. As you can see, I have no open positions, and as I was promising at the end of the London session, let's have a look together in how it worked out with my little long trade I was having. And as you can see, we are drifting down, so my scenario was not working out finally, but let's have a look here. Here we are. So maybe you remember, let me zoom in. Here we are. We have, or I was entering with the idea that the price should go up some more, roughly here. So we have been closing out the show with 2 running positions, this one here as well. Yeah, price was not going up that much as I was hoping for, though. So the idea was that till tomorrow, till Mr. Bernanke is going to testify at the Capitol Hill, the price should drift upwards. The price was doing exactly the opposite from what I was expecting. So I was able to take out one of the rescues, but then I've entered. There was some good momentum. I was thinking it's going up, but okay. Sometimes we are just wrong. Then price was going down, breaking through this daily pivot line. So you see, I have entered some more troops, and price was going down some more, and finally it was looking like a stop hunt here. So I added some more troops. You can see I was getting more careful. I've added one more troop here. I have taken profit already here for this single guy, and then we have been going up. I was sending in a stronger troop. So finally we can have a look at the blot a little later. Finally I was scaling in on the way down, or rescuing if you want to call it that way, and yeah, finally I have taken my profits here because I had to leave. I had to catch my little son from the kindergarten, and that is a constraint I have. And you remember I was stating that maybe this trading idea may not work out in the remaining time window I have for trading. So I had to take profit. No, I had to take out all positions, and finally with a small profit here. And exactly the action was starting that I was waiting for. You see, we have made a higher high since the one when I was entering with all this. But that's trading. So something about mindset. I was not angry. At that moment I was thinking, okay, as usual, if you're leaving the battlefield, things are going according to plan. But I know that I have been able to train that very well during the past few years. Germany. Hey, Germany. Hey, cool. Yeah, I'm more or less speechless. Is it you, Hartmut? Sorry for disclosing the name. You do not need to answer. I do not want to kill your private sphere. Okay, but yeah, I'm used to little accidents like that when finally the price is making or going in the direction you have been thinking about. But okay, so that was the little review. I think you can see how I've handled that. I was scaling in, so let's have a look at the plotter finally. The account history. Here are all the trades. Let's zoom in a little so that you can have a closer look at it. So, yeah, the very first two positions I have taken out with the loss. You can see I had to close out at 11:20 my local time here in Germany. I was taking a bigger position out at 1 minute before at with a little profit. So finally, I think we have been ending up with 10 pips profit when the London session was closing. So all in all, we have made roughly, because that is the result in euro, you have to multiply that by 1.3. So it will be 18 pips or something like that. So yeah, I was able to make my little, or to re-average my entry, but unfortunately the thing I was waiting for was happening during the next 10 minutes after I had to leave for catching my son from the kindergarten. But okay, that's trading, and we need to stay disciplined. For me, that it is not an option to set and stop loss or something like that and say, okay, let's this position run. I know there is a New York session, so whatever will happen. No, that's not my way of trading. I'm trading as long as I'm in front of my screens. When I have to leave, I usually cut out the positions. That is exactly what I have done. Yeah, at the end of my morning trading session. But however, once again, we have made already 0.15%. So if you multiply that, or if you do a projection for the year doing even so small numbers like that, you will have a really great result at the end of year. I take care only about not having a single loss. I do not like losing days that much, so I try to invest all the time I need, usually in the late night hours here in Germany when my family's in bed. I try to make something back if I have to. But okay, New York session. What's going on in the New York session? Let's have a look together into the Forex Factory calendar. The next event, Mr. Liu, formerly known as Mr. Geithner, Tim Geithner, no, it's a Treasury Secretary. The new Mr. Geithner was leaving a few months back, so he is in. And then we have two FOMC members speaking, Mr. Ballard and Mr. Dudley. So, and you know, tomorrow, not only that we have the BOJ, we have also Mr. Bernanke. And Mr. Bernanke has to testify, so tomorrow afternoon I will be around there for trading that. And we have the FOMC minutes later during the New York session. So this day probably is a not too active trading day. I was checking the news for now, so nothing to see, especially a lot of comments from so-called analysts having no idea what they're writing about. Hi Ray. Oh, I'm glad that you are in as well, so we are more or less complete. I have not heard about something about Lee for a long time, so maybe if he is in, at least there are a few more new guys. And because of that, and if maybe you're not familiar with the platform that we are using here, let me bring up something. How to do it. Just a second. So let me bring up. No, it's not ready for going. Let's wait. As usual, we have a little commercial, and I do not want to bring this commercial here during my show, but this commercial makes this software use free of charge for me. So I'm I'm the 13th viewer myself, so don't be surprised. So we have a lot of screens showing the screens inside the screens. You know this effect. But I want to talk how to change quality. There's a little button here, medium, and you can go to high or high definition, so you can change the quality of the video stream. And finally, you should be able to read more or less what the numbers on the screen that I have on here. So, but let's stop that. So we are back to 12 viewers now, and let's remove that. Yeah, trading. 1 50-minute candle has closed a few seconds ago. Let's have a look on the 50-minute chart together. Here we are. We are swinging down, and the last closed 50-minute candle is this one. It has a wick at the top, so you know, swing trading, swing dancing, flow trading. So for now the flow is going down, but more interesting for me, because of only 1 hour and 45 minutes left for trading. More interesting for me is the swings on the 15-minute, and maybe we are drawing a new low before making another swing. So, and being at the swing top, so I need to get more information about the market and the actions there. I want to bring this low that we have seen into relation with something from yesterday, and I also want to have a look at the hourly chart. The closed candle and the hourly candle 17 minutes ago. You see this strong wick, so it seems we are going up at the moment. So in relation to yesterday, we have been playing around with the opening level from Sunday, and also some good support and resistance from yesterday. We have been piercing that, and now it seems we are going up. So maybe finally we are coming back to my scenario, but we have been gone a little lower, 10-15 pips lower than I was expecting. You remember I was thinking this low here will serve as a test, and maybe we should pierce the pivot line to go up then. So it's looking a little different, but at least we have not seen a new weekly low. And yeah, paying attention to what is going on recently, maybe we are going up now, but let's see. It will be interesting. The New York boys are waking up, the big heads entering the stage. So I'm very careful. I'm very focused on the news feeds to see if there's someone giving his own view of what may happen tomorrow with Mr. Bernanke's testimonial. So that, of course, that could be market moving. The last week was dominated by the expectation that QE could be reduced soon. Then there have been some comments yesterday and over the weekend that it may take a little longer. And the reason finally, you could have seen it, we have been going up yesterday from Friday's lows, based that the QE could take a little longer. A longer lasting QE relates to printing some more dollars, printing more dollars in that strong way that we are doing it at the moment. Yeah, it's increasing the amount of money that is circling around, and it's a devaluation of the dollar. So not too surprising that euro dollar was going up. So dollar was weakening again. So finally, it will be a very interesting session tomorrow then. Let's have a look at the equities. The DAX especially. Wall Street needs another 70 minutes, 1 hour, 10 minutes to open. So let's take kind of proxy the DAX. We are hovering around in a relatively small range of 60 points, 65 points, so nothing big. Below 1% of the value of DAX. And at the moment we are more or less close to the opening price, so plus minus null, nothing. Yeah, as you know, I need some time to get in sync with the market. I want to see the close of this 50-minute candle live. I want to see how strong the momentum is, regardless if it is going up or down. If there are some forces in the market, or if the market is drifting on its own. That is what I usually want to see. So there is another game we can play. You know the characteristic of an usual Bigfoot's trading day based on the GMT time zone. I think that you have this picture still in mind, or let me draw something, a quick sketch of that. And let's zoom in into this wide area here so that we can use it. The start of day, the end of day. So we are coming from New York session over the Wellington into the Asian range. We have the Asian range, usually a relative tight range, so price is hovering around inside this range. Then yeah, let me draw something else. London opening. Maybe London opening is here. Ooh, a little too far away, but okay. And New York opening is somewhere here. So I do not want to write anything about that, so but let me switch from the yellow price action to green price action. It should be visible a little better. So usually we have some test and we have some kind of stop hunt here, and then after the big boys, the Bigfoots have trapped enough volume, we have a final step down that could be also inside of the first hour of London session, and then we are going up, usually in 3 steps. These areas are kind of congestion or accumulation, and we are going up. Yeah, let's go into the New York session with the last third impulsive leg upwards. Then once again we have a kind of accumulation, and maybe on the way, oops, in this accumulation finally we see during the first hour of New York a little final stop hunt high before the market is going down, maybe in 1 or 2 steps, so that it is finally going into the late night US range and the Asian range again. It's not a perfect shape, but based on that, you see, it is interesting to be able to have an idea about the London high or low. This time it was a low. Today we have seen a London low. Let's zoom out a little so we can see both. The London low, here it is. So now that there is some chance that we may go up some more to draw the New York high before going down again and fading out the day with the New York going into the Asian range. So the name, or what I usually try to do is, because you have, if the price is going the other way, you can have a stop hunt, a high, and then going down, drawing a New York low, and then going up again. I think it's not too difficult to imagine how it is looking if you turn that around for covering the downward scenarios. This time it was an uptrend. The Asian range at the beginning is lower than the Asian range of the high. You can have it the other way around as well. So what I try to do is, if we have seen a London low, so there might be something bringing the price up during New York. So I'm pondering in which part of this very typical Bigfoot move, and I will give you some more explanations on that a little later, some more details. It's about how they are making money, how they are trying to trap us, the mass, the herd, the majority of the traders, so to make their money. So maybe, depending on what the price is going to do now, we will see a New York high first before drifting down. But I'm not that sure. It could be just the other way around. If we have to consider this as the London high, then we have been going down in 3 steps. So maybe, let me change the color. Maybe we will see a New York low before drifting upwards, so that we are finally ending also in this Asian range. These are the 2 options we have, the orange one and the blue one. According to the rules of the big boys, maybe this was the London high, so just the opposite from what I've drawn here. We have seen the London high, and then we are going to draw a New York low first, shown here in blue. So, but let's see. We have to gather some hints, some confirmations for both variants, and then, yeah, if we are able to spot it and we get a lot of confirmation for one of the 2 options, we can make a good amount of money. If not, we have to trade our little ends work like I've done this morning, scaling in, scaling out, following the flow, going for the next reversal, and make some pips. So that is the bread and butter trading, making between 1.2 and 1.7% a day in average. No, not in average. In average, it would be just a single number. It's a range. Usually I'm below 0.5% with this small account and with this very riskless way of trading. Yeah, but I have to switch the music. I do not like this. I'm falling asleep. So. Yeah, a little thunderstorm is starting in the background here. Nothing serious. So, I hope we are able to go through this show without any technical incidents. My power supply should be stable enough to cover at least 3 or 4 hours. The internet, yeah, the problem is I've only one really strong broadband internet connection with a strong up channel, delivering 6 megabytes in the up channel. If this is breaking down, at least the show is going to stop. My trading will not be affected because I have 2 LAN-based internet connections, but they are not strong enough to deliver a video channel. But let's see. Yeah, by the way, anything special? Anyone out there from the new guys? We have some unwritten rules. Everyone can ask everything. You only have to use the chat window, or maybe you can try it via Skype. Let me show you how to get in here. Oops, not this. If you have any questions. Yeah, you can try to send me an email. I'm able to see your emails here on my other computer, and of course you can use Skype, so you're directly connected to me here in the trading room. So let me know if you want to know something, or of course even more easy to use the live stream chat window. Yeah, one more 50-minute candle has closed once again, and a wick at the top side, so I'm short. Why I am short, I show you. Let's go to the 15-minute. It's about this wicks here, so the closed candles all have top wicks. At the beginning we have had also a bottom wick, so it was more or less a candle of hesitation, but then the bottom wicks have been shrinking and the top wicks have been growing, so we will find a top. So I'm scaling in to the next swing down. And there's something else. In case for some reasons I'm scaling in long, I'm scaling into my short, and I get caught with a strong move to the upside. So I think you know it already what I'm waiting for then. We will never close out the day at an extremum, so even if we are going up some more, so let's say somewhere above the 129 level, I know about this 25 to 50 pips, and this here on the way up. The only thing I have to do on the way up is to keep my exposure in check, to test out the market if it is getting weaker, if the up momentum is getting slower, and finally we are going down. And so with this 25 pips, I think break even could be somewhere here then, and that is how I handle that. At the moment we are going up, I'm short, so in case we are turning down, everything is fine for me without any adjustment. In case we are going up, and this time yeah, be it only an extended swing that is turning down then, so it's also not a problem. If it is just a swing going up some more and then going down, that's fine. If it is going for the New York high, then we are playing this scenario here, and yeah, it may take 3 hours, 4 hours, 5 hours from now, but I can be sure I'm able to come out of this without a loss, usually. Something can go wrong, but based on that I decided to go short and be very nimble on the way up, if there is a way up. Yeah, Tony Robbins. Thanks, Rashid. Yeah, he's a cool guy, and he has a watch list, and there are many helpful videos in. I think I've spent roughly 15, 20 hours watching his videos, and some of them I have watched repeatedly. Regardless, he's not addressing a trader's mindset, but he's addressing life, and trading is a part of life, or it's very similar to life. So if we learn from him how to cope with fear, with motivation, with hesitation, sometimes we are hesitant to start some of our ideas, he's very helpful. And he also, what I really love with him is that he tries to see the things very simple, not complicated like a complicated science. It's just that simple, and he usually is offering already the very first step to do, and then if you are able to do the first step, you have started already, you're running, you're rolling, and then there is coming some kind of dynamic into this by itself. He's a cool guy. Yeah, he is consulting the big boys. he was consulting Bill Clinton. He is consulting major companies. Yeah, and if you want to have a lesson face to face with him, it is far beyond what we can afford. I think he has a very good wage. Hourly wage or daily wage. It's cool. Back to trading. Yeah, as I've said, on the YouTube channel I've set up, I will compile a playlist with the videos I think that are most helpful for trading. There are two more people in YouTube, the kind like Tony Robbins, but one of them at least is addressing especially trading topics. So yeah, I will compile this watch lists as soon as I find some time to do that. I think what we are doing here, or trying to become a trader in a more or less self-trained way without the internet, more or less impossible. All the sources out there, all these high quality sources out there, it's not only rubbish, not only advertisements, buy my EA, or I want to be your coach, please, $1,000 per day and you will be profitable. No. Many people who have really something to give and have some really awesome knowledge, they give it for free. Yeah, on the way up, let's draw some possible price levels of hesitation, and you know my way to do that. I'm a very simplistic guy. I'm just taking the swing turns. Yesterday and today we have seen the test of the 129 level, so on the way up, these are, yeah, if you are thinking in a few pips only, of course, the high we have seen a few minutes back might be something. So that are, because I'm sure that are possible price levels where I try to observe the momentum very closely, and maybe I'm going to deploy some rescues based on the idea that at one of these levels we may turn down, or maybe it takes up to this level before turning down, or this, and so on. And of course, to my very basic trading plan, it may take even more above 129. The only thing you have to keep in check is your exposure. You cannot send in yeah, let me write that. Of course you can have +1 here and another +1 here and so on, and but your exposure is growing too strong then if you do it that way till you reach that. So at least if it is not working out with this here, at least for example, if we are breaking up for a stop hunt and you see that we are going with good momentum against the round numbers, then you should, as soon as you're able to spot the momentum, you should have a -1 or a -2. It depends on you. But please do not carry on with all the levels that have not worked out. Finally, you have a snowball. You are building up a snowball. That does not make sense, because the snowball is growing your losses, and then you do not... Taking out these two guys, you are reducing the small ball in size by 66%. Assuming you have a scout in, and you have sent in 2 more levels, and small levels, scout size, so you're taking out 66% of your position, so your snowball, or the position you need to make back the losses from the level wherever the price is going to turn, it is 66% smaller, and that is really cool and so easy to achieve. I never have the idea if price is going up against me that I am wrong. That my decision making is very weak, or that I'm a bad trader or something. It is just, it can happen, and sometimes it happens. Or maybe 50% of time it happens that you find you at the wrong side of the move at the beginning, but who cares? It's not about you and your ego, it's about your account and the money in the account. And so yeah, if it is going up, let's make the money a little later. Yeah, by the way, because of this new people, I do not know about you, where you're coming from, if you have already been in contact with this way of trading, of scaling in and scaling out, or rescuing and attacking. I think with some more new people I will set up 1 or 2 sessions, especially coping handling, discussing all the questions that and topics you may need to know if you're a really beginner with that. So I will give a brief description of this idea of scaling in and scaling out, and what it can do for you, and where the dangers are in doing so. It's not martingaling. It's very different from that. Martingaling is doubling your position every 20, every 100 pips, depends on, but this is an intelligent way of martingaling, because it takes into consideration the momentum against you and support and resistance level. So it's yeah, it's martingaling combined with high probability market movement. So it's not a stupid scaling in, and it's also not as stupid staying with not working out levels. It's a flexible way of trading, like driving a car. You are accelerating and slowing down, and accelerating and slowing down according to the road, according to the traffic situation in front of you. There is no stupid rule like on the first 1 kilometer speed up to 160 miles per hour and then stay with that, and yeah, maybe you reach your take profit, your target, your final destination, or maybe you hit your stop loss if you have any, or you got killed if you have no stop loss. So it's not that way of trading, it's flexible, following the action on the chart. 1 minute for this 15-minute candle. It seems the market is waiting. It's relatively slow, so let's see how this last minute for this 15-minute candle is contributing to it. Maybe it's creating a new shape, bringing the action, the price up some more.
So wasted, I've never felt so hate.
Hopefully we are not falling asleep with this. Yeah, sorry for that, but what should I do? Rashid was stating he's falling. He's very close to fall asleep, but have a look at the range. The last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 30 minutes. We are staying in a 7 pip range. Boo. The average of the last few, the last 5-minute candles is 3.5 pips. So yeah, maybe we need a wake-up call. It's 12 o'clock in Central Europe. Yeah, as I was going to school, I was listening to AFM. I remember this guy who was giving this timestamp every hour. Has had a very special voice. It's 12 o'clock in Central Europe. Yeah, but I have to stop. Now let's go back to... looking for a channel on my royalty-free music that is more energetic, like compared to what we have seen so far. Maybe this. Let's try that. Yeah, AC/DC. I need to make some more money with this here. Or I need to make some money at all with this show so that I can pay the royalty fees, the license fees to AC/DC for the organization managing the fees, the licenses for all these pop artists, so that we can have some more recent contemporary music. Oh, I have something. Let me Let me have a look if I have something. Music. Okay, let's try this one. Yeah, friends, it's a more or less boring market. Hopefully it will turn soon. It would be so sad if we have to stay till Mr. Bernanke's delivering his testimonial tomorrow, or maybe till we see the FOMC minutes. So we have to go another 29 hours from now till that is done. Okay, well, let's see. But there is some action now. Let's have a look at the hourly. Are they going to draw something special on the hourly for us? That's the hourly. Sure, so far it's looking like the second, or the continuation of a reversal going upwards. So yeah, it seems I have to be patient with my short, and let's see how far they are willing to go to scale in and make some pips out of it. Yeah, by the way, do we have any topic left that we need to continue or that we have not been able to cover finally? I do not have anything on my list here, so, but if you have an idea about a topic or something that I was postponing because the market was doing something and I've forgotten to catch up with that, please let me know. It seems this is the day to do it because the market is not doing something. Yeah, I would like to scale into something, but still below 4 pip in average for the last few candles on the 5 minutes. Let me check my tick charts, adjust them a little. Let's check the news feed together. But I don't think that there is something. Bank of Russia. Could Bernanke trigger an EM rally? Yeah, that is exactly what I'm pondering about as well. Given the extent to which the dollar has strengthened recently and talk of potential QE tapering, a dovish speech by Mr. Bernanke could be a catalyst for a tactical rebound of the EM forex markets. Yeah, they have been applying the dollar strength for 2 weeks, and we have been going down from 132 or something close to it down to 128, 127.90 something last Friday. So if Mr. Bernanke is not delivering some hints that we are going to start with QE already during this summer, I think yeah, there will be a rebound. Means euro dollar long. And yesterday's action and also today's actions show that people do not know what to do. Yesterday we've seen some kind of short covering based on the idea that it might take a little longer till this QE reduction takes place. But also not a really strong short covering. Yeah. So we are in the middle of nowhere, waiting and waiting and waiting. I'm really curious to hear what Mr. Bernanke has to say. So I will be... Yeah, I will have a live trading session when Mr. Bernanke is giving his testimonial to the Senate. I think Bloomberg will have live... We'll have that event live so that we can join in there. If not, okay, then it's difficult to have a live event. But let's see. the hourly candle without any action, the closeout of the hourly candle. Usually you have some movements. The big boys, the big foods are showing up and giving direction and giving the signals to each others to show, okay, we want to bring it up some more, or we are there, we are going to turn down. But have a look yourself, have a look at the tick chart, nothing is going on. So though finally, let's check the hourly candle and how it has closed. If you take the last 2 candles or the last 4 candles, yeah, I'm not sure exactly, but strong bottom wick, oops, sorry, strong bottom wick, the top wick, and we are close to the daily pivot line, so, and we are close, you can see it on the 15-minute here, close to the moving average, the 4-hour benchmark. Yeah. Regardless of this lazy action there, let's try to stay with a good mood. So in case that something is happening, we should not be too distracted and depressed by the slow action. We should be able to react as soon as possible. So we are like snipers sitting in the underwood waiting for the opponent, the enemy or the animal, whatever, if you're a hunter. And if it is there, we have to be very quick. Yeah, based on the outcome, the possible outcome of such a trading day, I'm not willing to pressure for anything just for the sake of a trade, especially because we have already something booked in this trading day. So there are these days. Yeah, let's zoom. Well, do you see this strong action here? We should do something. It's an unbelievable strong action. So strong moves. Wow, millions of pips there. But unfortunately, that's not the way we should have a look at it. That's the way we should zoom it. I love to have roughly 120 pips here in the vertical scale, and every day. So I'm not using the automatical scale from MT4, because then it would look like this, and it's so misleading. It's giving you a complete wrong picture. You're trading strong positions then, but in fact you should be very aware that the market is sleeping. So that is how it should look like. So I love to have the same scaling every day, so that my eye is able to train on these patterns, on these moves. I need to have the same scaling every day, otherwise my pattern recognition system is, yeah, it cannot be trained properly. Anyone knowing any joke? Something? Yeah, I was sitting around with people a few days back. Yeah, on Sunday I think. They have been the age of my parents. And there was a similar situation. Nothing was happening. We have not knowing what to talk about. So we started to talk about the weather. Yeah, the weather is rainy here on my side. Still a little blizzard or thunderstorm out there. So let's set up a weather channel. Weather channel. "25 minutes for Wall Street opening. At least a little movement, so something to observe, something to try to derive the thoughts behind what these Bigfoots may plan behind the facade, but I want to get an idea if we will have at least a full-sized swing down before going up again, or if it is just test of a very small range before going up. Remember, we are short. I'm short, at least. Do not know about you. Anyone having a position out there? Yeah, at least that is something I can tell you. That is not a situation for me to scale in and to attack the down move, because it's so slow and I have no idea. Have a look, the moving average, the 4-hour benchmark has changed to be horizontal, so at the moment for the last hour, for the last 1.5 hours, there is no trend, no intermediate trend. Hey, thanks Ray for the info. Ray is long. So maybe you have bought my micro lot or I have yours. So overall we are completely hedged, I think. Or do you have a stronger exposure? Thanks, Bonjour, for your kind words, stating still educational to watch you doing nothing in a relaxed way. Yeah, thanks. Scout only, so I think if you take you and my position together, we are hedged, so we have no risk in the market. Hey, my pencil is breaking apart. Some action here on my side. By the way, there's another advantage with the YouTube channel, the United Traders Academy YouTube channel I've set up, because there we can have some discussions on the page, and we can have it for each video that is on there. So if there are some questions, you can post your questions also on the YouTube channel itself. So that is a little bit more comfortable than with the live stream, because there you cannot relate to anything. You can use their web page to send a command to Twitter or Facebook or something, but we cannot have a discussion there. So, and yeah, I'll check for new entries there. So if you have some questions in the aftermath of a show, I will load up all the videos from every live show. It's regardless of the result of the live show, be it a loss or profit or nothing. So if you have some specific questions, you can post them also on the YouTube channel. So far there are 3 videos. Yeah, it's looking that way if you have not been there. The United Traders Academy, and there are the uploaded videos. The advantage is they are in high definition quality, so they are much better than on the live stream archive itself. And what I was talking about is, if you, for example, this morning's video, I do not want to play it, but you can send some comments here and some questions, of course. I try, and there I'm catching up with the idea from Michael, I try to give a short description of every video. This morning a slow trading session in a 15 pip range, and the topics we have covered there, we have done a review of trading the daily fade out yesterday. We have been talking about the Big Foods game plan, what we are waiting for the next 2 days till Mr. Bernanke is coming up, and finally, of course, we have talking about risk management as usual. So that is what I try to do there. Let's see how this is developing. Would be nice if you could join in, if you would join in. I've stated it yesterday, and bonjour if you are staying in Germany here. Maybe you know the Traders magazine. Do I have some here? So I can show you what I'm talking about. Yeah, just a minute. Give me a second. So I'm back. Was fetching one of the Traders magazine. It's a magazine. It's in German. That's it. Maybe bonjour, you know it. And there are some nice articles in, but many of the articles are really crap, I have to say. And what I try to do here is one of the motivations behind, besides helping out people, I want to get United Traders. The name says it already. I want to build up a community, not to make money, but to help each other and to have a strong community. And I want to show you how easy trading could be. And there are so many people writing articles about trading psychology, about trading systems, about all this stuff. And from reading their articles, you know they have never been trading many real money trades, and they are not really experienced in what they are writing about. And I want to prove them wrong. And therefore I need some community, and that's why I'm setting up this YouTube channel. The next step, maybe next week, is the Facebook group, and with some growing community having behind me, knowing behind me, then I want to get in contact with the guy from this magazine, the chief editor, Mr. Oh no, it's this time it's only the vice chief editor, and I want to get in contact with him to set up something big, because I've signed up for this magazine for, I think I have it for 10 years now, and at the very beginning it was only about stocks, and forex trading was something very high class for a small elite only. It's the king concept of trading. During the past few years, 80% of the magazine is about forex trading, only the rest about stock markets. But the quality of the articles, it's so bad, and there are many charts and there are many ideas how to trade and how to set it up. how to control your equity curve, how to manage risk, but the things they are telling there, it is, wow. Yeah, you hear it. I got upset with that. So yeah, and that is one reason I want to build up a community. So it's difficult to get in contact with them and tell them, hey man, come on, look, have a look at this show. It's very different from what you are doing there, and all your editors are writing, or most of them are writing there. But that is how trading could work and could look like, and it's not too difficult, and you can do it, you can learn it from scratch. But therefore I think I could more pressure behind my words if I have a community of a few hundred people there, and that's why I'm starting this in Facebook and all this. You can have my word and you can download this video with my word, and I will never charge anything for this service. That's not my way of making money, I can promise you. That's not my motivation behind. I'm somehow idealistic. I have been all the time. Are we turning? This 15-minute candle has closed. You see? No, you can't see because wrong screen. The first little step down, at least some sign of life in the market. Would be cool to see new low. Why not? Minutes for Wall Street Boys, for Gordon Gekko and his friends. Are we going to draw already a reversal of this little downswing? Yeah, it looks that way. It looks that way that we have retested the New York low from the very first candle of the second 5-minute candle. As usual, I'm checking the 1 minute to get some more information about that. And yeah, it looks. Yeah, it's too slow. Sometimes the market is too slow to have any idea about that, what's going on there. If the market is delivering a strong sign that we may go up first, then maybe I take this little position out, taking this 5 pips or 2 pips or whatever it may be then, and try to re-enter the market at a higher level. But before re-entering the market at all, I need to see that there's still some life in it, or if the beast is dead already. steering at the screens. But it does not help. I cannot make the price moving. Yeah, having a real trading room together would be nice, so we could have some real tea or coffee together. Having a piece of cake or whatever you like. So, but having this one-way virtual trading room of mine, it's it's not so interesting if there's no action in. Checking my emails. An email from Investors Alley. How to play the new American oil boom. I was not aware that we have an oil boom. Really, do we have oil boom? That is an oil chart, so let's go to an hourly. Yeah, it's an oil boom. I would relate or bring in relation to a trend. So let's go to the daily. Oh, this is a new installation, so there's not enough history for the oil daily charts though. Let's go to H4. Or at least, yeah. Since middle of April we have been going up, and then we have been stalling, so oil boom. Maybe this author has had the same problem I have. At the moment the market is not delivering anything, so he had to invent some topic, to pick a random topic randomly to talk about. The hourly. Yeah, may go up. Yeah, I'm very sorry for this lazy show here, but what should I do? I do not have any topic prepared for you at the moment, so if you can give me a keyword, of course we can have a discussion about that. Yeah, if not, I'm very sorry, especially for the new guys joining in. Usually we are not that lazy. You can check it out in the video archive. If you want to get an idea what we are talking about here, have a look at last Friday. The last Friday London opening and the last Friday New York session. There was a lot of information in, so if you're really new to that, give it a try in the live stream archive. The quality is not that good, but usually you do not need to read the numbers here on. If there's something important, I usually zoom in so that you are able to read it. Or my drawings, I do my drawings usually also in a zoomed mode so that you are able to have all the details you need. Five more minutes, 5.5 minutes to go for this 50-minute candle, but this could develop into a nice outside bar. So the first sign of an building momentum to the upside, and in 5 minutes the Wall Street is stepping in. The S&P 500 is this chart, the DAX is this one. So at the moment they're drifting upwards. The Asian session so far, or during the morning, was not ending positive. Most Asian markets have ended up in a small loss. So maybe the sentiment is going to turn. Let's see. So I missed the moment in time to take out this position in profit. So I think I will stick to the idea to scale in on the way up. And finally I'm going for the daily fade out if there is no other opportunity, but usually there is. Also have a look at this tick chart, this very sharp peak here. There is some resistance, at least for now. And have a look at this very sharp peak here is correlating to this 1 minute candle here. Oops. This one. So we have been testing this area of resistance and then it was rejected, so it is closing below the daily pivot line, at least it looks at the moment that way. Yeah, thanks friends for your kind words. Rashid especially. And bonjour. Yeah, the lessons in patience. That was and is still my hardest issue. I am more patient than I was 3 years back. Maybe you remember there was something I called power dance. I was trading long and short on the same pair at the same time. So it was some very special action I loved to have. It was like playing chess, but high-speed chess. And you're playing white and black at the same time, but fully fledged against you. So you could not have been aware who is winning. Usually, the result was that the long and the short side has made money during the trading session, but it was a lot of fun, but really demanding. And I think I had to pay attention to my growing age. I'm getting older and older, and my physical fitness and my brain fitness is going down. So it was really stressful in the end, so I decided not to do that. What is the idea behind? It was based on a very simple thought. We know that the market is not trending most of the time. So what is the market doing? If we are not trending, we are staying in a range. For example, like yesterday or today. So why not have a look at the 5-minute chart? So let's say you want to trade long. So you're putting in your positions, you scale in your positions, you put in a little attack and rescue on the way up here. On the other hand, at the same time, let's draw the shorts in yellow. You could scale in, so you're going in with your very first scout at a low, perfect entry. It's a short scout and you're scaling in. You're taking a few profits on the swing down, you're scaling in on the way up. Exactly what we are doing, but at the moment I'm doing it only on one side. And then on the way down, you make cool money with your shorts. And then on this way down, of course, for your long entry, you have in the scout long, and yeah, you're going into that, you're scaling in. Hopefully you are able to get a position in close to the low, and then you can take out some profit here. Your rescue has worked out then with your longs. And I was doing that for a while, and maybe you remember this. It was called power dance. It was very nice action. And yeah, my performance was really cool at these days, but it's really demanding. So at the moment I prefer, I'm effectively doing the same, but I'm choosing only one direction. So regardless if it is going up or down, if my idea of the major game plan is being long like it is at the or short like it is at the moment. I stay short because 80% of time we are not in a strong trend, and if we are not in a strong trend, it is not important on which side you are. Remember a few days or 2 weeks back we have had this little trading session choosing the direction based on a coin toss, and as usual price was going against us from the very beginning, but at the end we have made money. So that should be something to keep in mind. If you have your exposure in check, if you stay to your basic idea, if you are changing direction too often, if you lose your belief and you turn direction, you may turn it exactly in the wrong timing. So let's say you have been thinking long here. This strong up move, it makes you believe, oh, it's going up long, and then you scale in and scale in and scale in, and then you scale in some more, and you have been able to make back something here with this up move. So, and then it's going down some more. So you finally lose your belief in your long, and very close to the bottom usually we tend to take out, we square out, and then we turn. So then with this strong move and maybe this impulsive, a stop hunt is it's always impulsive, and that is because these guys, the Bigfoots, want to make us believe there is a breakdown here, delivering millions of pips to the downside. So then finally we are turning to the short side and thinking, okay, long was definitely the wrong idea, and see what is happening. You are bailing, you are scaling, you are rescuing your short, but finally that was the long swing you have been waiting for. So that is the reason why I tend to stay with my very basic trading idea, and I stick to it. I usually do not turn, only if I get the idea that I'm for some reasons very wrong, or maybe some news has changed the global situation. But what I've drawn before, I think you have discovered it yourself or experienced it yourself. You're staying with the direction for a long time, and finally you lose belief. They killed you. They're killing your nerves, your patience, your beliefs, and finally with the last very fast stop hunt, they make you turn. And then yeah, you're short then, but they are bringing the market up. Yeah, that's the game of the big boys. And they know when you are short, not you especially. They know when the market is more or less, the big majority of the market is short or is long, so they know when to turn. Okay, Wall Street is in, so let's see. Yeah, yesterday it has taken also some time till Wall Street was starting. And yeah, let's have a look at the yesterday's chart. We have been drifting around and going down, and when Wall Street was coming up, I think roughly here, then finally we have turned into an up move. So maybe it's the same for today. At least this is a strong reversal candle. That is all I can say, and we have another 25 minutes for this hourly candle to draw something for us. So let's be very careful with that. Okay. Nice, someone wants to sell me a domain. He's aware that I'm owning the unitedtraders.com and he's offering me tradersunited.com for a few hundreds of dollars, but why should I want to own Traders United if I have United Traders already? Thanks for the offer, but I'm not interested. You know how I usually play this game, so there are two modes of operations. When price is going against me like now, and there is a chance that we may stay in a range like the New York range so far, I usually try to attack the bottom side of the range. And if it is breaking through, I check my exposure, and maybe I take a level out or two, depends on the exposure at that moment in time, and then I wait a little longer, give it more room before scaling in again. But usually I try to attack this top of the range relative aggressive. At least I give it a try to re-average based on the turn on the top of the range. If we are getting close to it. Seems we are turning a little too early for me. But so I have two levels of action, or two modes of action. If there's something like a range like that, I try to attack it relative aggressive at the top of the range to re-average. If we are breaking through, depending on how aggressive I was, I take out a level or two, or if it is okay, I stay, and having in mind that it could go 100 pips against me. So the decision with the levels I do here is based on the idea it could go 100 pips against me, so maybe I take something out, and then I wait a little longer till I see some turn in momentum, a decrease of the up momentum, and of course I'm once again trying to spot a reversal on the 1 minute, the 5 minute, and finally confirmed on the 15 minute to send in new levels. So that is something that you usually can see when I'm in rescue mode, and I think I've shown you that at the very beginning. I'm going in with my attempts or rescue trials very close to each other, and then if I see okay, there is some more force or power in the market to bring the price against me, then I scale back and wait a little longer, and my aggressiveness is fading down till I have seen a strong reversal pattern, so that I can have a belief that we not see only this 10 or 15 pips here, but maybe we are going for 25 to 50 pips with this swing reversal then. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, let me try to bring something up for you. Just a second, I have to go back. I have to go back to my... I think it was a Friday session when I was operating a strong rescue. I was long and the market was going down, I think. Yeah, maybe here's something we can use. Let's zoom in a little. Oops. Stop. Not that much. So, oops. Here we are. So, you see, I was believing that this move should go on forever, as every usually or every average trader does. It is going up and you think, oh, cool, cool, cool. Then you take profit close to the top, and then you see some momentum and you think, oh, it may continue. But that's exactly what these guys want to make us believe. They speed up the move, the momentum, and yeah, I entered with 2 positions attacking the breakup, and then I was thinking, okay, it's going down a little and may turn soon, so I was sending in this troop, this guy, relatively close to the others, and I was thinking, okay, retracement, and then finally we should go up then. Yeah, unfortunately not. So then I was stepping down in my level of aggressiveness and I was waiting a little longer to send in some more. And then, yeah, the next game I was playing, okay, are we really going to break this low? The situation for that was not right. So at the end I was going in some more aggressive, and you see I was staying with my longs finally, and I was also trading the next swing down with my longs, and you can see with this finally I was closing out somewhere at a higher level here, but at the very beginning I'm relatively aggressive in a relatively narrow price range, and then I'm waiting a little longer till I get some hints that we may get out. So this was the second attempt. I was relative aggressive. Not sure if you can see it. It was 3 more levels, and then I was in with 6 levels, and I was thinking, oh, 6 levels. I'm a little too aggressive, so I was waiting a little longer. But at the end, close to the bottom, I was getting aggressive again. But you see, I was not staying that long because I was not clear if we do not see something like that. So I've taken profit of the last 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah, four levels here. So I was making back something from my overall loss, and so I've done also on this level, retesting this high. I was taking profit from most of the other positions I have scaled in, so I was making back once again something from my losses. And then the same trick again. Whoo, it's breaking up. It's breaking up. Yeah, it should be in. So I sent in some more troops. Yeah, Mr. Bigfoot was, yeah, he was playing tricks on me. So same game again, scaling in on the way down, and then finally taking profit here. Oops, finally taking profit here. And then, yeah, I tried it once again, and I was trading and trading and trading, but that's not so important. What I wanted to show is these 2 modes of aggressiveness. In the very near range of the recent price, I'm relative aggressive, stepping in very soon to re-average, but if it is not working out, depending on the exposure I have, I take levels out or I wait a little longer, and when the next opportunity or high probability region of the chart is showing up, for example this low, we have been getting closer to that. On top this here, this blue line is a 50 level. We know that as psychological interesting level as well. So I was getting once again more aggressive to make it back on the way of the potential swing up. But okay, back to this beautiful trade here, to this beautiful market situation. Once again, a 15-minute candle has closed. You see it. Wicks at the top. Yeah, I do not know, but there's some chance to see something like that, playing around with the moving average, and then I do not know, maybe a pierce down resulting in a final wick before going up some more. Maybe. However, there is not so much momentum in the market, so I think I'm not in danger to see a sudden 100 pip move against me, and that is an input for my risk management module. Yeah, you know, I'm an IT guy. I have written several 100,000 lines of codes in my life already, relative complex software system, so I'm thinking in terms of modules also. My brain is organized in modules. It's a very technocratic view of the human being I have. And that is something why I was facing big problems with my emotions initially when I started trading. Because my computer is never having some emotions. Okay, maybe he's overheating, but that's something different. So I was thinking trading should be so easy if you have a really detailed rule set. You should be able to make a killing with this rule set, and it should be possible to develop a rule set and to find something. The result of 5 or 6 years of my time I spent on with this approach was, yeah, it's possible to find a really cool rule set that should make you money. But the second part of that, it should be easy to do that, to follow these rules. It was not coming true, so I was spending money to the market, and the rule set was too complex to build it into a robot. The algorithms, it is relatively easy to for the human eye. For if you're sitting in front of your screens, it's not a big issue to see a correlation, if there is any, between the movements here and the movements in the DAX, for example, or the movements of the Swissy and the movements of euro dollar. But we know when this correlation is fading. But to put that into an algorithm or into a formula to see when the momentum is fading or if the three kingdoms are in sync, we have different time frames on, and it's so easy for us to see that they're in sync or not, even mixing up different time frames. To do that in a technical system, finally I was not able to do that. So the rule set was too complex to implement them into the computer, and my emotional environment was too unstable to follow this complex rule set and make some money out of it. So finally, thanks to the thread on Forex Factory, I was giving myself a second try, and I was able to stabilize my emotions and my mindset, and so now I'm able to make money out of that, and I would describe me as a disciplined trader. I take losses if I have to. I close out positions like with this morning session, even knowing that the move is going to start just right now, but if you have to leave, no way for me to place a bet and leave the station with the trades on. So I think finally I have learned it, and that is something everybody can learn. At least the few new people, I have to thank for your patience. You are still in, so not sure what you're taking from this show. I hope I can deliver something more vital tomorrow morning London session then, and I'm relatively sure that it will be much more vital with Mr. Bernanke on tomorrow New York session then. But if you want to get an idea about the idea behind, at least what I mean with the big boys, the big foods, have a review of Friday morning session, Friday London opening and Friday New York session, last Friday. It will give you an idea. I was doing a beautiful artwork there. Unfortunately, these two sessions are only available at the moment on the live stream archive because of problems with my music in the background. I cannot deliver them on YouTube. I have to remove the music first, so I need to do some editing on the videos, but as usual there is no time. Yeah, there's another decision-making process running here on my side. There are 9 minutes left and I'm pondering if I'm able to stay this 9 minutes without a fresh coffee, or if I should leave you alone for a minute to get a fresh coffee. So you see, there are a bunch of really relevant topics going through my head at the moment. And this decision will change the world. No, hopefully not. Let's have a look at the hourly. 8 minutes for this hourly candle. So very often there is a chance to get an idea what the candle painters are going to do next. And because of that, oops, this wick here, this one, it's a sign of hesitation with up momentum. The recent candle is smaller than the last candle, and certainly smaller than the last 6-7 candles we have seen. So we are somehow slowing down, and of course the next 7 minutes can turn this picture completely. The price could break down or snatch up 10, 15, 20 pips. 7 minutes is so long. But okay, I do not know. Have a look here at the DAX and also on the Dow. Okay, it's starting to go up, so maybe there's some up momentum in the cards for the last 2 minutes of this candle, and therefore especially have a look at last Friday's session, the ending of the session. What I mean with waiting for the last 2 minutes of a candle is, and that these candle painters may show their face, what they really want to do with the market. So back to the live charts. I cannot hear anything from my market noise. And yes, also facing the challenge that you may call me chicken, but maybe I'm taking this position out at break even. I do not want to get into a rescue situation with such a slow market. It will cost you hours usually to make something back, and fighting hours for 5 or 10 pips, that's not efficient. It's not only risk management, it's also energy management, health management, life management if you have a family. But even without a family you can have a life, of course. So see my fingers here going to the keyboard, prepared to take this 3 pips or whatever, because we are testing the moving average, and you know it serves for them hesitation in move with a not too bad probability for a rejection. So, and yeah, I'm greedy. I'm staying for 0.6 additional pips, and I'm out, friends. I'm out. And yeah, of course, price is breaking down 50 pips now, as usual. So maybe your best indicator could be me. If I'm taking out, if I'm scaling out, you should scale in strongly, because then finally everything is happening according to our trading idea. But yeah, if you don't mind, and because of the urgent need for a fresh coffee, I will shut down this show now. Yeah, thank you for joining in, especially the new guys. At least 6 or 7 new guys should have been there, or they are still in. Thanks for Bonjour that you have joined into the chat. I only can invite all the others to use the chat as well. If you have some questions, please let me know so I can explain it to you. We will be online tomorrow morning. London opening, you will have the exact times, or I can give it to you. Give me a second. Give me a second. Live stream studio. The London session, here it is. From 6:15 AM GMT, 8:15 German time, 7:15 London time. That's when we are coming up with the London session tomorrow. So thanks to Rashid, Ray, Bonjour and all the others for joining in. So I will be there tomorrow morning then. Thanks friends, stay nimble, bye.